So I'm Olivia Izinga. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at the College for Creative Studies. And so I help out students who are applying to the college, answering their questions about different majors and classes, things like that, careers that they might be interested in. And I am joined by Jessie Black here tonight, and she is our Assistant Director of Student Affairs at CCS, or Student Engagement, sorry, I was going to say Student Affairs. And she's going to be talking a little bit about some of what we have to offer within that department. So Jesse, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Awesome. I'm going to be sharing my screen with some slides while I'm presenting. And since this is recording and will be put on the CCS website, I'm going to turn my camera off while I'm presenting. I just wanted to let everyone know that before I get started. So I'm going to share my screen. And let's get ready to go. Awesome. So thank you so much for the introduction. As it was mentioned, I am in the Student Affairs Department as the Assistant Director of Student Engagement. I oversee the Student Activities Board on campus and our student organizations. And I'd love to just dive into the slide deck I have tonight so I can just tell you all about student affairs and campus life here at CCS. So, who are we in student affairs? Like I mentioned, that's myself in student engagement. That also includes our Dean of Students, Housing and Residence Life, the Student Advocate, Counseling in our Wellness Center, the Center for Tutor and Writing. And under that umbrella of student engagement, as I mentioned, I oversee the Student Activities Board, all of our student organizations, and my colleague Katie, who's our Director of Student Engagement, she oversees our student government, leadership development, and first generation support programs. And we have so many different opportunities for involvement that I can't wait to tell you about tonight. So, a little bit about the Student Activities Board. So, it's events planned for students by students. Many of them are paid work study positions. So, it is a part time job that you may be interested in getting involved in once you're on campus. We do meet every Friday, though, and those meetings are open to the public. So, if you're on campus in the fall and you'd like to come learn more about how you can plan events on campus, we would love to see you. We are the silliest gooses and we'd love to have a good time. And before you're on campus in the fall, if you want to give us a follow on Instagram, we show off all the different events we do and just share different things going on in the Detroit community that would really bring in the CCS folks. And so usually I do have students with me on this call, but we don't have any students with us tonight because it's finals field day. I had some pictures sent over to me from how it was on campus today and just wanted to share with you all some of the fun and exciting things that you could be a part of if you find yourself at CCS next year. Today's event at Field Day, we had an inflatable obstacle course and a dunk tank fundraiser that both staff and students were in the dunk tank so people could dunk their friends as well as some staff on campus. And it was a really great time. So, digging more into campus life, we also have our Counseling and Wellness Center and the Health Hub. These are all housed within the Yamasaki building on campus. In the Counseling and Wellness Center, we have licensed counselors, we have our campus nurse, we do have fitness rooms on both campuses, we have weekly therapy dogs and weekly yoga classes. We have specialized wellness weeks where we do activities specifically based around like self-care and different wellness activities. There's different nature outings. There's sometimes special fitness classes such as Zumba brought to campus. And there's different educational workshops. Just like the Student Activities Board, if you wanted to give CCS Wellness a follow. Also, within this office, they have wellness peer educators as well. And the wellness peer educators on campus are our ambassadors to talk about how we show up for ourselves as a student and how you can take care of yourself while balancing the course load and a social life and developing as a human as well. Now, our student organizations, which is another large part of my day-to-day job. So they're super easy to join and easy to create your own. It's one of the best ways to build community on campus and find people you share interests with. We have over 45 different student organizations on campus. I am the advisor to the CCS Swifties group as well as our CCS Votes group. CCS Swifties is just our group of Swifties on campus that want to get together and celebrate Miss Taylor, and we love that. And CCS Votes is our civic engagement group on campus that likes to let students know their rights to vote and how they can get more engaged in their local community. We also have our Center for Tutor and Writing. It's a supportive environment for all students to reach their academic potential. There are peer tutoring opportunities where you can work one-on-one with some of your peers on campus to get help with a wide range of creative skills, with things from specific assignments to even just some brainstorming and general feedback. There's opportunities for academic coaching where you can have one-on-one meetings with the CTW staff to discuss balancing school, work, scheduling, and other challenges. And there's specific writing support as well, where you can get assistance with essays, research papers, resumes, portfolios, and it's a holistic space where you can really be set up to just thrive as a student here on campus. So, some additional campus resources I'd like you to be aware of as you're thinking about coming to CCS is our academic advising and registration office, our institutional equity and inclusion, financial aid, audiovisual services, our imaging center, and our international student services and study abroad. We do have some really cool study abroad opportunities on campus, such as Italy. We also have a trip to Iceland that is based on climate action this year. So, depending on what your niche is and what your passions and interests are, there's something here for you on campus. Now, one of my favorite things to talk about, since I oversee the Student Activities Board, student organizations, and pretty much every opportunity to get involved outside the classroom with academics, our one-stop shop to find all of that information is called Peacock Pride. It's a specialized website for us here at CCS, and it makes it so easy to get involved. If you're joining us on campus in the fall, this is where you'll do your pre-orientation. This is also where you can find every single event that's going on outside of academia. There are campus resources, there are learning opportunities, and there are also opportunities to get involved and volunteer as well. And so now that I've monologued for a few minutes, that's all I have for today to talk about campus life here at CCS. So I'd love to know if you have any questions or if you'd like me to take a deeper dive into anything.
It doesn't look like we have any questions in the chat, but I didn't realize that we had quite as many student organizations as we do. And I did not realize there was one for Taylor Swift fans, but I love that that's a thing.
I do as well. The student who had approached me about creating the group, they are an avid Swiftie, and they shared that they were, a little jealous that they had seen different Swifties groups at colleges all across the nation. And they were like, I want to be a part of that too. And easy as it is, they created it within a month. And just last weekend, actually, they hosted a listening party for the Tortured Poets Diary album release, and they decorated tote bags with some paint, and it was a really great time, they said.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Yeah, it's like I've seen that other people, they're like, oh, we don't have a group for this. Let's make it happen. And then it does. So I love that support that we have here for all kinds of things. So it's always fun when I talk with prospective students and they're like, hey, do you have a D&D group? Yes. Do you have a such and such group? Yes, yes, yes. And they're like, oh, other schools don't have that. So it's really exciting that we can be inclusive like that and meet everybody's interests.
Absolutely. And one group specifically I haven't mentioned yet is our esports group. Our esports club is so popular, and they're very competitive as well. They are starting to get more into like formal competitions and really getting their name out there as a group. They have awesome branding. And so, also, if esports is your thing as well, we have that here for you too.
I just learned another thing. Thank you for that, Jesse. Yeah. Well, if we don't have any more or any questions, then I guess we can wrap it up tonight. And then yeah, like Jesse said, this meeting or this webinar is being recorded, so it will be on Zoom for or YouTube and emailed out to people who RSVP'd.
Awesome. And if anyone ends up having any follow-up questions that you think of later on, my contact information is on the CCS website. My email is also just jblack2 at CCS Detroit. And you can always reach out and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jesse, and thank you for joining us tonight, everyone.
Have a great night.
Bye.